Yeah, it was about 3 Earth hours ago that I got the brief from the ambassador in charge um, regarding Fatima. Apparently, First Lieutenant Kamamori Amor Bey, commanding officer there at the Imperial Customs Force Customs Camp Bashar Bay, he has effectively made it known that Away Team 6 is preparing uh, to make way into the Atlantis. Um, they're probably going to be there just long enough to address a couple of matters and return back. But the bulk of what was being presented regarding Camp Bashar Bay's operations is that the command officer is now ready to make sure that the law enforcement operations on the ground there from us are up to par, sufficient to cover down and secure all the Amexem-Moor-Empire nationals and whatever equipment and material we dispatch into the area for deployment there for the use of and supporting of the Amexem-Moor-Empire nationals on the ground there. So what we're looking to do is take care of a few of the matters regarding that particular area, since we are going to be putting logistics into there. We're going to have a major supply system, a magazine, a major storehouse will be in that particular city area, so that um, it can service our waypoint operations for any of our transportation matters. Um, Arabati being the command node center for all alternative fuels operations inside of our jurisdiction. They're all managed from that particular city. Food distribution and food goods operations are actually commanded from the command node there in Tom Memphis, sector commanding nodes in Atlantis, and now for logistics, Makazine, major supply center, will be in the Fatima. So it's important that we have a few things straightened out. And Lieutenant Ambassador on the ground there, Sharif Dasil, he will be better supported now in that particular area, since we know that we can secure things in a more appropriate fashion. We know that there's a few parties there that have expressed an interest in amalgamating into the venue, but I'm not quite sure whether or not they've had dialogue sufficient with our staff on the ground there. And I have to find out from General Information Agency which files got transferred to Department for the Admissions, and then find out from Department for the Admissions which ones they forward over to the ambassador in charge directly, or over to the Lieutenant Ambassador commanding Fatima, Lieutenant Ambassador Sharif Daciel. So when all those things are straightened out, we can get an idea of whether or not they've been contacted or when they're going to be contacted, to see whether or not they want to have an interview, come in and take a look at the amalgamation process in the Fatima area. So that remains to be seen where that goes. Now, in terms of our international discourse and discourse with the Wichita Moors, yes, it is true that we have in fact had a brief, we gave greetings at one point, reciprocated between the Wichita Moors and us. And that happened on a conference call that occurred almost a month ago. And um, as a result of the last time there was any dialogue with the Wichita Moors and us, we did in fact exchange electronic dispatches with them. And I was aware of the electronic dispatches, and apparently within the last 47 Earth hours there was a direct call from Chief Night Owl from the Wichita Moors. And although I haven't seen the transcript and haven't heard the entire message, I was aware that he left a message for us to engage. And the Grand Ambassador, who's responsible for the Imperial Affairs, she's my chief foreign venue counselor, if you would. That's where I get my counsel from. She has been crafting how we're going to proceed with particular things. We are doing our due diligence, looking into a wide variety of things. So there has been a bit of a delay in our response, but a response will be forthwith. Um, we had to do our research. Because to be honest with you, I was not familiar with our kith and kindred known as the Wichita Moors until recently. And although we've had information on them apparently I didn't know about, um, we have to do our research on what we have in terms of information, and we're investigating and acquiring new information to find out how they proceed, a few other things. Um, so having just recently got a copy of the Constitution and a few other things, uh, the Department for the Imperial Affairs is looking things over, so they will craft out a formal response, and then we'll see where things go. But those are our kith and kindred there in the Wichita Moors, and I figure one way or another we will get together and build dialogue or whatever the case may be. Uh, it's all, as you know, I always say, all things in their time and all things in their season. And so I'm really, really happy uh, to see how everyone pulls together to accomplish the important goals. What I mean by that is um, there's various sub-departments and departments involved in uh, looking into our kith and kindred called the Wichita Moors to see uh, that they get all the information into the hand of the Grand Ambassador so that the Grand Ambassador can um, have a very good picture. And so, depending on how things go, she will just decide whether or not or how things are going to proceed and who she's going to dispatch on behalf of the entire national collective to look into particular matters. There are various protocols and procedures that have to be looked at and harmonized between how the Wichita Moors proceed and how we proceed within the Amexem-Moor-Empire. So we're the ball is rolling, as they say in that particular vernacular. And like you and anyone else in this jurisdiction, I want what's best for everyone, no matter what venue they're in. So I look forward to seeing how things manifest, how we get to particular points, and well, the way I figure it, um, whatever we do with our kith and kindred there, it's gonna be uplifting, positive anyway. So inch by inch, moment by moment, we'll get to where we have to go, and well, I guess everything will work out just wonderful.